Have you ever felt like you're being nudged in a specific direction? Maybe you keep seeing the same sequence of numbers, or you hear a song on the radio that is answering a question you haven't really spoken out loud. It is very easy to brush this moment off as coincidences. But what if they are not? What if they are actually a dedicated language, a secret code that is being sent to you by your spirit guides? Today, we're going to demystify this communication, and I'm going to show you the top 5 hidden signals that your guides are using right now, and how to finally crack this code to get the guidance that you have been asking for. Hello, mystics with beautiful soul, and welcome back. If you're new here, we explore the intersection of spirituality, psychology, and witchcraft to help you live a more aligned and authentic life. I don't know if you know this, but we all have a support team, whether we call them spirit guides, guardian angels, the universe, your higher self. The energy is the same. They are here to help us. They want to help. But here is the little catch. They all respect our free will. They will rarely shout. They will only whisper and leave breadcrumbs. So let's take a look about what is it that you could be missing. Signal number one is the most common entry point, is the number synchronicities. We have all heard of 1111, but pay attention to the patterns that are specific to you. Because are you seeing 444 when you are worried about stability? That's often a sign of protection. Maybe you are seeing 555 right before a big life change, because that is the sign of transformation. When you see those numbers, stop and don't just say, oh, cool. Ask yourself, what was I thinking just before I saw this? Or what was worrying me a while ago? That thought is what your guides are trying to highlight. Signal number two, the physical responses. Have you ever been listening to someone speak, or maybe even listening to a podcast, and suddenly you have a little wave of chills that runs down your spine? I call those spiritual chills or truth bumps, because this is your body getting the message, and this energy is resonating with truth. It is also your guide saying, pay attention, this is important. Conversely, if you feel a sudden drop in energy, nausea, or just a heavy feeling in your gut when you're making a decision, that is a stop sign. Your body is your antenna, and your guides are broadcasting the message. Maybe it's not a complete halt, but it could be a stop right now, regroup, and do it later. Signal number three is what Carl Jung calls synchronicities. This is when the external world mirrors your internal state. You think of an old friend and they call 5 minutes later. You ask for a sign about a job and you see a billboard with the company's name on it. This may seem like accidents, but they're not. They are orchestration. When the timing is too perfect to be random, acknowledge it and say, I see you. Thank you. Now, the signal number four might surprise you. Tech interference. Spirits are energy. And actually, most of them are, at least our spirit guides, a high vibrational energy, which can sometimes disrupt the electrical or radio frequencies. Do some lights flicker when you get too emotional? Does your phone glitch out or stops working just for a second or two when you're trying to send a text or something that maybe you should send? Sometimes your guides will literally interrupt a signal. So you can stop, assess, and don't make a mistake. Pay attention to those flickers of lights to remind you that you're not alone in the room. Your guides are always with you. And finally, let's pay attention to the nature's messengers. Animals that live entirely in the present moment, which make them the perfect conduit for spiritual messages. Also, they love being a part of this. They allow spirit to use them as vessels to deliver messages to us. If there is a specific animal that crosses your path and is repeatedly, or it crosses in specific ways, maybe it's tied up to a deity. If it appears out of a very unusual place, look up the spiritual symbolism of that animal, of that spirit animal, totem, or if it has a specific meaning. A hawk might mean look at the big picture, have bird eyes. A dragonfly often will represent change and adaptability. So don't ignore the natural world. It is also speaking to you. Now, if you feel that you have not been seeing any of these signs at all, you can ask for one. So here's a challenge for you this week. Sit quietly and say, guys, I am open to receiving a message. Please send me a sign in the form of fill in the blank, a specific object, a blue butterfly, whatever your secret code is going to be between your guide and you within the next 48 hours, so I know that I am on the right path. And then, this is a little bit of the hard part, just let it go. Don't go hunting for it and just let it find you. Your guides are always broadcasting to you. The only variable is how we are tuned as a receiver. The more you acknowledge these small signs, the louder and clearer they will become. I want to hear from you in the comments below. What is the strangest or more undeniable sign that you have ever received from spirit, from your guides, or maybe from a loved one that has crossed the veil? Share your stories. And if you found any value in these videos, please leave a like and subscribe and become a part of the spiritual family. Until next time, and trust your intuition.